Hello and welcome back to Caves of Qud. And I've noticed this is the 100th episode. Isn't that exciting? It's pretty exciting. Let's go to Gritgate. We'll see how this goes. This is always dangerous, to say the least. But you know, I'm hoping for the best. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Let's go ahead and equip a flash grenade on the off chance. I would like to, once I have reverse engineering, I would like to make those other grenades part of my arsenal. Hopefully. So, I mean, the most dangerous thing here is if we find an apprentice of the Sightless Way. That is, like, if I see one of those, it's gonna hurt because we don't have very good mind arm. Well, there it is. And I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. We can't pick up anything. Slug Snout, my old nemesis. Luckily, we have the DV to make your attacks infantile. So let's go ahead and explore. What are spiders their own faction, I wonder? Okay. We do have a bow. This is really bad. There's this electro blocking the novice. Is this gonna kill me? Okay, let's go ahead and take a salve injector. I'm trying to get over there. Man, I hate these novice. Big mistake, pal. Man. That was almost the end of this. Our friend is still here. Where were you, buddy? Where were you when I was almost dying? How is our... Okay, this is fine. Got plenty of juice left in it. Acid grenade. I mean, I do want it. We're going to be over encumbered. So let's go ahead and hit F11. Mark to keep. Let's go ahead and eat a crusty loaf. Let's eat another one. Let's eat another one. Now we're good. Okay. One baby step at a time. We're gonna make it there. Okay, no. No exploring. There are novice of the Sightless Way here, and we just can't make it happen. That's a chain gun. My dude. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. So our buddy has done an amazing thing and destroyed that chain gun for us, which is awesome. Toolkit, bloody water skin. Is there anything here that we want? Pretty sure we're done here. I really thought that was going to be the end, but it's not. Slugs now. Let's go ahead and leave. Now we're at the end. Okay. You know, could have been far worse. We almost died though. So, slime-drenched trash recently came into possession of a data disk onto which a strange signal was recorded. Placed stamped disk in tray. And yeah, we have the quest. Let's go to Golgotha. This guy here, you gotta admit, is taking a really big, like, Mafio. He's a risky dude because he's like, yo, I'll set up shop so that like anyone can trade with me. It's you know. So we got our resistance plastifer gloves. So this guy actually has stuff. You want to tell me what that is? Is that our... Yeah, that's our grit gate recoiler. We would like one of those, please. I think we can actually do it. Like we can buy it, but it's going to take a little bit of juggling. So I am right in that these are quite valuable. I really don't want to be able to make hand nukes. I just don't think that's worth it. Grenade launcher is actually kind of doable, so I think I will keep that. In fact, a grenade launcher might be really good for this run, because we're going to be able to make grenades, right? I think I will learn how to make HE missiles, considering it's not very valuable. Mag hammer, I have to look into what that is. So, but we have enough. Like the hand nuke is gonna do it for us. I should decide between these two pieces of armor. I think that they are. I think I should sell the full right. Because the carbide plate armor is bare rep, strangely. Oh, how long have I had a compass bracelet? Probably a long time. And I still haven't taken the cells out of these things. Oh, I should probably switch up to the turbo. Sell that. I don't need that anymore. Okay, this is fine. Is it actually? Am I gonna... No, he's not gonna give me enough drams. Let's buy all his copper nuggets. And, folded carbide short sword. Oh, heck yeah, bud. I think that's good, right? Does that count as a... I mean, I you know... I know it literally says short sword, but is that gonna work for us? I think it will. Scratch copper nugget. Let's go ahead and trade some of these back. I kind of need as much money as I can get, so I'm gonna get all of that money. So that's kind of a big get, I think. We're currently using a steel kukri. This is basically twice the damage. It doesn't seem to be more pen though, which I'm a little confused by. Causes bleeding on critical hit. Five out of 9. That's why. This is 5 out of 7. This is 5 out of 9. I think I'm lacking in a specific stat. I'm not sure which one. Our agility is very good. It might be our strength. Our agility is just kind of over the top. So, you know, I might want to spec. I probably want to spec into like something with bows and rifle. Steady hand. Like, this is all good stuff. Fire a two-handed weapon at a target in melee range. You attempt to kick the target backwards. I will make a bow character at some point. Like, this is all very good stuff. And I mean, we're kicking it with agility. Like, we have unreal agility. Probably, I'm sorry to say it, I probably want to go into dual wielding again. Like, that's always the kind of the plan with these high DV characters is, you know, basically make it so that you dodge everything and then do a lot of damage. So hey, I'm gonna do something I should have done a while ago. Let's go ahead and pull out and sell from this. Whoops. And from this. We will be selling these finally. And I want to use my Tarash recoiler. Kind of tempted always to use this one, Tawan 10th surface recoiler. But, you know, that's almost certain death, so. Let's do like chem cell low. Nope, never mind. Guess we'll use a full chem cell. And then we want to switch to the turbo. And also pull this out. What am I doing? Okay. It's time. This is the last episode for me. Let's make some notes in my journal because I'm starting to forget stuff. So we want to find a solar cell for our arm bed. That is still a goal, believe it or not. I think we do want to we want to increase our strength because our agility is just good enough. Make grenade launcher. Actually, you know what? I could probably do this now. Oh, let's learn how to make a grenade launcher. What is this? Oh, that's a fidget cell. Hey! You know me, I love my fidget cells. Data disk. Let's learn how to make a grenade launcher. And sure, why not? Let's learn how to make an HE hammer. And let's look at this. Bands of aquamarine lodestone tori wrap around the hitting part of a hefty double-fisted truncheon. On the bottom handle, there's a slot for a battery to juice the magnets. I have no idea what this is. I think I'm going to sell that. That sounds like a melee weapon, and it doesn't sound like a dagger. So I think I'm good. I think I'm actually going to... Does this guy have any more money? Plenty of money. Let's go ahead and sell... sorry, buy. Sorry, no. Sell. Sell this hat. I don't need it. And we're going to sell these. Yes. So now, here's the thing. Travel to Golgotha. Bonus reward for completing this quest by level 12. Oh, we're level 13, so never mind. Already missed it. So what we want is to get to level 18 before we get to, or we go to Golgotha. That is the current goal. So what that means, like, what does that mean right now? I don't know. Kind of back to the same old business. Not sure where to go. Not sure where I'm wanted. We can wander through the canyons. We could wander through the marsh. Found a lair. Legendary croc. I mean, that's good stuff. We can kill these. They're only worth 7 XP each. That's a bummer. But, you know, we can kill a croc pretty easily. Get some rep. Probably do some trash divining. We haven't been getting, we haven't had much luck with trash divining. It has not really been giving us anything. And sometimes that's just the case. That just happens sometimes. Let's hope that when I eventually go to Golgotha, I'll get a buttload of lore and knowledge of the world from all of the garbage at the bottom of Golgotha. Let's also hope that I can kill the slug with some ease and not incur a horrible disease. That is the poem of Golgotha. So I'm not seeing any like staircase layer here. Not seeing anything, to be honest. This is kind of a bummer. Oh, there we go. There it is. So, fine, how do you do? Wow, I was like surrounded there. Maybe if it's a legendary croc layer, there'll be some fresh water that I can pilfer. Are those 2 legendary crocs? They are, but only one has reputation. Loved by unshelled reptiles. I'm sorry, we cannot... Wait, hated by trolls. Disliked by the Hindran Bela. How? Hated by the cult of the coiled lamb. I'm sorry. I think we can sacrifice a little bit of unshelled rep to kill this croc. There's a lot of good rep there. Let's not do anything stupid also. I'm gonna throw a flash grenade. I have blinded myself. You know what? Let's go ahead and make a note. Flash protection goggles. I feel like this is going to be a heavy, flash character. So let's do it right. Your reputation with unshelled reptiles is decreased by 215. Oh, that's bad. You're now despised by unshelled reptiles. We're gonna have to do something about that. You're now favored by the cult of the coiled lamb. Your reputation with trolls is increased by 210. If I could become friends with the trolls, it might actually be worth going to Bethesda Susa, like, early. Reputation with the Hindran Bela has increased by 90. It's not a lot. That's gonna really suck. That might come back to kick us in the butt. if I find just cross the wrong path with an unshelled reptile. We need some crocossins. Decidedly. You know what? Crocossins. Unshelled reptile rep. That's important. That could like potentially end our run if you know I don't do something about that. I only get 62 XP from these guys. It was kind of worth it. I mean, Bela rep is really good because we can get free dual wielding. So, you know, no regrets. But, you know, a little bit regrets. Just a tiny bit. Because that was a lot of unshelled reptile rep that we lost. But anyway, this was a good little ruin time killer. Let's, you know, mosey on and, you know, towards whatever. Journey onwards. We could go to Golgotha. I just don't see the point. We gain an extra boon for doing it by level 18. So why, you know, take a risk as bad as like, you know, doing Golgotha before level 18. It's just, Golgotha is still one of the scariest places in the game. Without, you know, question. Is this a mechanimist? Loved by mechanimists. Disliked by the wife. Disliked by hermits. Let's share a dram. Beetle boy. Gain more mechanimist rep. We actually have like quite a lot of mechanimist rep now. We could gain proselytize. Interesting. Tempting even. Oh, that's actually really tempting. I don't know how much rep you need to go, you know, get into the holy places of Mechanimus, but I think I have enough, even after negative 300. I'm gonna do it. You know what? Like, very risky, I understand. But we're not going to Bethesda Susa anytime soon. Let's just have a quick look. You aren't welcome in their holy places. Okay. So, you know, now, you know, it's not like anything has changed. I gotta become friendly with the Mechanimus. I have plenty of time to do that. In the meantime, free proselytize. That's kind of amazing. I've already got it assigned. And, you know, proselytize, you know, what is it based on anyway? Where is it? Base goal down to 25. Persuade an intelligent creature to join you. What is it like the skill check based on? I might have to look that up. I'm gonna look that up after I'm done recording, which is pretty soon. But I think that's worth it. If we become friends with the right people. Like a crocodile, for instance. Whoops. Oh, okay. I can't have proselytize BF12. That's my screenshot button for Steam. Oops. Let's make this F8. F8. So, you know, we've got a friendly crocodile. They could die at like any second, but that's fine. I wonder if do you like gain the experience for like befriending a croc, or sorry, befriending a creature? Like, this is a thing I, enjoyed in D&D, is that the right DM would give your party experience, as much experience for defeating a monster as they would for tricking that monster, avoiding a combat. Like, it's all well and all to be an adventurer and be like, okay, Snapjaw, kill. Unshelled reptile, kill. Crocodile, kill. XP, 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 ding. I suddenly know new things. I suddenly know the power of dual wielding. It's not really how it works in real life. That being said, I mean, it's a game, and I don't think that realism is necessarily a good vehicle for enjoyment, gameplay. This is a personal taste thing. Obviously, you're gonna have a different opinion from me. A lot of people are like, well, not a lot of people, but some people will be like, the more realistic a game is, the better. How could you not want realism? Well, I can give you a few examples of how realism can only make a game less enjoyable. For instance, if you were to have a shooting game based on any war, just pick any war you want. The most realistic shooter ever would be basically as soon as you died or were shot ever, you could never play that game again. Listen, I am being a little bit pedantic with this, but I think my reason stands. Anyway, I think that D&D is unrealistic in how it kind of scales your character. I feel like, the whole, learning new skills based on level, or, using different terminology, milestone achievements, basically. Like, you've gained enough experience that you can now spend points on skills. It's a little bit immersion breaking, and I think D&D, or any tabletop game, hello, Mr. Legendary Gorilla, hated by the villagers of Biva. For some reason, no one remembers. Let's become friends with gorillas. Reject, humanity. Embrace monkey. I have a secret. I have plenty of secrets. Anyway, it makes more sense to me that your experiences reflect the skills of your character. It makes sense to me that your character's virtues, their personality, the decisions they make are reflected on their experiences, on their the stuff they've done in their lifetime. Like, if it was up to me, if I could play my perfect tabletop RPG, it would be like, hey, you don't know dual wielding, but just use two weapons for a while. You're gonna suck at it for a long time, but eventually you will learn dual wielding. That kind of thing. Shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Q-Pater. In 3210 BR, Q-Pater rampaged through all of the nomads' monarchy of Silawar, particularly rejoicing in the lamentations of mollusks and equins. She became known as the Shilawar Woe. Apparently I already knew that. So, listen, I know that, I just said realism doesn't necessarily reflect a fun mechanic, but I do think that immersion is a big part of why people play tabletop role-playing games. And I think, you know, to go further on this tangent, I think that specifically CUD, not all roguelikes have a certain flavor of immersion. I've talked about this before, but because of the simplistic nature of CUD and other, you know, games like CUD, your mechanics are allowed to be stupidly layered. You can get really, really detailed with how mechanics layer on top of each other. And to me, what is happening right now? To me, that can really do a lot for immersion. And it's one of the reasons I like this game so much. I think CUD, more than a lot of games, it goes, you know, above and beyond in terms of like building this world, making me want to explore it, making me want to learn about its history and its lore, because it makes sense and because the mechanics reflect that really well. So how did I get here and where am I going? Oh, right. Well, you know, I think that is one of the things I like about D&D, and I wish that more games would explore this as a mechanic, is your companion, a croc, died. She was killed by a legendary glow pad. Okay. Cool, you found the legendary glow pad for me. Appreciate you, bud. Loved by flowers. That sucks. Disliked by snapjaws. I think I would rather become friends with this guy if I can. Can I proselytize him? I would like more games to explore the idea of non-combat giving you benefits. Did that work? No. I'm gonna try again. I can't even see. Oh, is unconvinced buyer, please. Okay, I guess we're killing this thing now. I really didn't want to do that. Like, reputation with flowers is, you know, I could make peace with the flowers. I don't care about Snapjaw rep. I'm never gonna be friends with Snapjaws. Oh well. On the night of a full moon, a babe was found swaddled with its mouth full of clockwork tools by a group of oozes in Tabal. They took her into their fold and fostered her, and she became known as Kothrishid, philosophical lamb of oozes. Very good. I mean, one of the novel things about CUD is that it kind of like turns, you know, reputation and knowledge into currencies, which is, you know, novel in itself. Like the idea that like these monsters aren't just like monsters; they're, you know, you're fighting something that is known. It's no longer a thing. It's a people. It's a culture, and you can become friends with that culture. In a way, like, yeah, not fighting is more beneficial than killing everything in sight. So, you know, CUD's got it. It adds a lot more flavor to the world, knowing that, you know, like, killing everything is not necessarily the most optimal thing. I appreciate that. It's not like, and I'm not doing that thing. I know some of you are like, oh God, he's on this, you know, moral tangent again. It's not about morality. It's about immersion. You know, I am much more interested by the prospects of avoiding a combat for more benefit than by the idea of, like, oh, kill. Like, it's really just about option and variety. like a game's quality is marked by the fact that it draws you towards the mechanics. And what I mean by that is that a good game makes you want to do the thing that is fun. And, I know that what that could lead to is like, killing in games is fun, and a lot of games make you want to kill. That's just the nature of a lot of games. But wouldn't it be interesting if a game simply gave you the option? Then you have two different fun things to do, killing and not killing. It's not about morality, it's about option. Anyway, I really don't want you guys to get the idea. It's like, oh, he's getting on his high horse again about this whole morality in video games thing. Oh my goodness, what the heck are you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we want to leave now. Goodbye. Are those saps as well? Juice sap. Goodbye. I swear we didn't meet. I was never there. Anyway, this has been a pretty non-eventful episode. And here's a nice little immersion thing you can do. Here, play this game in the future. I have a companion. Just picture most of the things I say in real life is just my character talking to the companion. I was talking to this will be my last tangent, and then I'm going to bed. I was talking to one of my commenters about like what would multiplayer on CUD look like, and I like the idea. I mean, like, you have to consistently, sit at a campfire, usually one that you've made yourself, and cook some food. Wouldn't it be cool if like that was a moment where you could potentially meet another player? I know this would be really tricky to do. There'd be different ways you could do it, obviously. One way you could do it is you have player characters archived, on the cloud. I don't know, like in an online archive base. And basically when you sit at the campfire, the longer you sit, the higher chance you have of like, hey, there's another player. Maybe that character already died. Who knows? Doesn't matter. The point is you have all of these players playing versions of CUD. You have a lot of information for interesting characters. So anyway, that's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is actually literally have it online, where you can, like, when you're at the campfire, it pulls, gives you like almost a chat room where it's like, okay, there's a bunch of players. There's X number of players right now in the salt marshes. And this player has just made a campfire. Pull like six players from the current pool into your chat bar. This is heavily dependent on how many people are playing CUD. So, obviously if there's not a lot of people playing CUD, then it pulls from a wider pool of players. But, you start with something like this. And you can talk to them. Obviously there's a lot of potential here for like other interactions. Maybe you can trade with them. Maybe you just talk to them. I think, like, I know that seems really simple, but I think that would be interesting. In 5072 BR, after murdering a popular rival by flipping a coin and agreeing to kill either him or herself based on the outcome, this Sultan of CUD was assassinated because of Supatar's wintry visage. She was chosen as the successor. That's one potential. I mean, obviously you could have a lot of game-changing interactions here. Like trading is one, but that's dangerous. You know, like that could definitely ruin the experience of CUD, for obvious reasons. You know, and then you could have things like, well, kill that player. I mean, obviously that is very game changing and completely changes the experience of CUD. So I don't know about that one. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of centipedes on this in this field. They're easy, so I don't think it's worth killing them. They might actually do some sizable damage. Just checking. So I mean, you know, I'm a simple person. You know, making a campfire and talking to people at the campfire would be enough, because you know I don't want to necessarily really affect the experience of Caves of Qud. But there's a lot of potential there. I don't think that simultaneous multiplayer for Caves of Qud would ever really work. I don't think it can work. I don't think it would be very fun. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult thing to do. So anyway, we've talked about a lot of things. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode and end my current recording session. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. 100th episode. That's wild. I plan on continuing to play this game for a long time. Feel free to continue hitting me up with your tips, and just throw something in the comments. I usually reply to people as long as that is sustainable, until I get too many comments that it's just not tenable anymore. But like for now, I really appreciate you guys chatting, and hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.